I got nowhere near as to what I wanted to talk about because I saw this thing and it's just hard to put together in words, but I'm talking about how they are knocking a lot of the population down and they've managed to do it through a system set up. It's elaborate to just target whatever. It's like an old-fashioned system that keeps updating, but they have a backfire happening because they're up against true intelligence here. This is what they're trying to knock back. So before it was easy to target, on an individual level, and it was really hitting the intelligences of people. Like for me, example, um, uh, I was targeted early. Everybody is a target. I mean, everybody is a potential threat to what stations itself here, and is we are up against like this infiltration as human organism. Okay, let's just say that this is a movie, and you're a human organism, that you belong to an organic source that is one with the universe, as they say, and even now the earth has this same quality. You are within this field of information that you're supposed to be one with, which everybody's doesn't really know how to take that, because there's a way to think about it in terms of energy and in more of the non-physical, which nobody has a capacity. So I just lost my place in conversation, but the way that they have been targeting people, like for me, because I just was not interested in reading only because their material was never interesting. If you get interesting material behind the words that I can get it, and because I already know how to talk. That's the confusion that was happening. But they targeted me, and so they had to really make sure that I felt like I was failing, right? And it's just, the truth is, it's just, I dreaded school from the beginning. It's like, oh God, I'll sit through it. It's interesting. You can make them look good if you're actually intelligent and you bring yourself into it. That's what I did. But getting back to how that they target people that way. It's pretty individual. They can do that with a system that says, well, they will convert the symptoms of somebody saying, "Oh, fuck you and your system," into just, these people are slow learners and they don't, they're even misbehaving. Keep a close eye and let's hold them back, fucking shit like this. You're supposed to be thinking you're being held back some places. Like, no, actually, if you can, just send me home, I'll be fine. Send me back to my piano. Anyway, trying to get into this to show you guys what I saw. Like, as far as how now that they would like to go global with their targeting, and it's like desperate, because the more the merrier, but they need to be less of a possibility of God shining through. And so do the Rudolf Steiner thing. I don't know if you know about Rudolf Steiner, but you need to look into what he contributed as literature, what the doctors are doing, which, as a super sensitive empath, makes a lot of sense that this is happening, because you wonder, why are people operating, there's a sliding scale and it's looking bad for us empaths when we have to act like we don't see things, and now we look twice as fake. It's not going to be happening for us anymore. We can't afford it. We need to start doing the right math and bring it out on the table, and that will scare. I mean, if you start bringing out the truth and the right math, it'll scare the hell out of the enemy. So getting back to the enemy, who, it's important that, okay, so talk about the table. How did they right now it's like, okay, so they had it was easy to kind of cull in a slow scale, keep knocking people around with their shitty system. It's full of fucking crap. All of it is down to just sugar it up, sugarcoat everything, because they want, it's hard to take control. So just keep them weak and just enough to serve the bells and whistles that we set out that says, good job, good job. Here's your peanuts, here's your peanuts, and here's your material life that we suggest that you get wild all over. And that took a while to program people up like that, and it doesn't take long compared to, like, say, your alien years. People that know how to are rised above the Earth's atmosphere, and they're looking at it like, wow, it only took 140 years to convert everybody. They think that, it only took 400 years to make them think that the pyramids were not occupied, for just 600 years ago. Just feed them a bunch of shit and traumatize them with wars. So let's getting back to these wars and how do they do it? We have our wars to go on. It's obvious. Oh yay! Everybody's fucking waving their dicks in the air with a flag. It's ridiculous, you guys. That is wrong. You guys are fully programmed, and good for you. You found something to do to fill time with. There's a lot of sad people because of that, women. How do you justify that? They just have a pride parade. You have to. This is how stupid narcissism gets after a while. You have to. You can't possibly think that a university was a waste of time or any of that was a waste of time when it was fully. Not a single real scientist who has contributed to civilization really they have never attributed their education and what they know to the universities. In fact, they complain about it. If you ever interview these people, if you bother to interview people and look what comes out of them as a communication, very few of these people will tell you the truth, and you don't want to know them. Kill them. The Catholic Church is good at doing that. Try Jesus Christ on for a size. Who is that? So talking about batting back the intelligences here on the fucking planet who's human being, just human. And why are they human? Because their creator organically is coming through in the form of light and just being. Just gotta be here. Just all you gotta do is just be here. Just leave me alone. Give me my day, which is this moment now. And then is there something I can eat and drink here that's sound enough for me to pay attention? Because I bet you anything I'll activate and do something every once in a while. You know what I mean? We do a lot more and there's evidence that we've done a lot more that we don't even know where it comes from. We're going to blame it on aliens, and we're going to wait for aliens our life. If it's not an alien, we'll wait for Jesus Christ to show up or something. It's like, oh my God, why not wait for the humanity to come, come back alive? Woo! But let me tell you about this war that has just gone global, and the way that it's backfiring on them is that they found a great way to just shower a bunch of poison onto people, and it's all the ones who they've drawn into their system of money making. For sure, it's the people that hold bank accounts and they have jobs, and the old folk. You notice them, they're wearing the masks. They're afraid the most, and they have some assets, and they're sitting on it, and they've divvied out how their life insurance will take care of them the rest of their life and their children and all these things. And it's like, ugh. That's their system making you just tighten and tighten and tighten. Pretty soon you're in a premature coffin. Let alone that, yes, do you have a house? Ow, that hurt. I'm fine. Fuck you people. You don't even go out on a limb or do anything, but I'm just trying to tell you. So, because of your need to be safe, these people that just are rendered up kind of fearful. And it's their product. They set out the poisons. I've already made a video about this when I first got on YouTube back in 2015. Talking about, and now it's just the stupid people. They're not really targeting. It's like this is the last, they call it the last desperate grab from this fucking satanic cult that they really want to, to me, it's a parasite that's burning itself out, obvious. But in the meantime, we have in the middle is the human organism and this pull, and it's a hell of a scene where money is still directing human energy into its guidance, like which way should we go on a very superficial level. It's very temporary. Yeah, I think I should do real estate, or I should get into, yeah, be a doctor, be a doctor's assistant. The best thing to be is that dentist, because that's the first thing that causes all the rest of the financial institution to level out with their medical problems that they create with that. And it's their institution, their financial racket institution. And so now, for some reason they love killing people, right? They want to kill a lot of people. So it's just like they can only kill the stupid people. The stupid people have really fallen for the get your second jab, get your fifth jab, get your sixth one, get your fucking, and what's that gonna do for you in like 10 years? We already know. A lot of mysterious diseases and people dropping dead. Great.